Steve Goff, actually Federal Observer. How would you assess where the defense is through 5 games?
Had some ups and downs. Good having a bye week this week. Definitely have some things to clean up. Always need to work and improve, but have had a couple good weeks of practice, so looking forward to getting back out on the field.
What were some of those areas of focus during the 2 off weeks around the Clemson game?
Always fundamentals. Work on that every single week. Communication, fundamentals. Just keep working through the guys on the roster, and just taking it one day at a time.
Yeah, Steve, Jeremiah Holloway with Inside Carolina. In the 3 losses that you've all had, it seemed, first quarter, first half, the score kind of would get out of hand pretty quickly. From your perspective on the sideline and having been able to look at it, what did you think were maybe some of those common threads as to, I guess, how things kind of maybe spiral from the defensive standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, I think every game, plays out differently. How it starts, who starts with the ball, the possessions, field position, all that type of stuff. So we've looked at all that, gone through it with everybody, and we obviously have to do a better job, and that's what we're working towards. But just appreciate the players working hard, trying to keep improving, and take it one day at a time.
Yeah, the other day we were talking to Andrew Simpson. He was mentioning, kind of starting faster, I guess, from a defensive standpoint. I guess what are some, practical ways to, from defensively kind of get out of quicker starts and kind of, set the tone?
Yeah, I mean, just got to be ready to go. Got to be ready to go out there and play fast, not be thinking too much about the game and the calls and stuff like that, and just go out there and play free. And so, trying to do that every single week. So, we've had some good starts and we've had some slow starts. So, we just got to be more consistent.
On the left there.
Case you make with Inside Carolina, you mentioned the communication aspect of it. All players have mentioned that after the Clemson game with like some blown coverage and stuff like that. How do you practically go about building better communication and kind of being on the same page in practice?
Just making sure everybody spends enough time together so that everybody's on the same page. And, don't want to put too much on the plate. Still building those relationships out on the field where you need a little bit more verbal communication. Sometimes you can just have visual communication and look at somebody and know what's going on out there. But working through those things, and players have been doing a really good job with it. So I think it'll improve.
Second row in the center.
This is Brian Murphy with WRAL. You spent time, obviously, at Washington last year and time in the pros. How much have you talked to other coaches, including your dad, about the differences between dealing with college kids and maybe dealing with professionals and all that goes into some of that stuff?
Not too much, to be honest. I mean, I think every relationship that you have with somebody is different. So you just gotta, build those relationships with people and figure out what makes them tick. It's hard to generalize that and just say that this is how you deal with one group and this is how you deal with another group. So everybody's different, and got to treat everybody fairly. Not the same, but fairly. So just working through those relationships. It's hard to just say, this is how it is here, this is how it is there. So I think there's more that goes into it.
You obviously brought Thad over with you, or he came to lose him for. Bill said a significant period of time. What does that do to your defense, and what does it do for him?
Yeah, I mean, he was a really good player for us. It definitely is unfortunate. Never want to lose a player, but it's also, it's part of the game. So we'll still play with 11. We won't play with 10 just because he's out there, or he's not out there. So need everybody to step up and raise their level of play. Whether he was out there or not, that's what we all are striving to do. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is now.
Front row on the right here.
Noah Westhoff with Tar Heel 24/7. Do you envision yourself spending a little bit more time with the cornerbacks room now with Armin away from the team, and I guess also to Ryan's point with Thaddeus out?
I try and spend time with with all the groups. I wouldn't say it's tilted too much. We're just wherever I need to be is where I go.
Is Brian going to be primarily taking over that position if Armin's away, or is there a different plan in place?
Yeah, I mean it's a group effort. The whole defensive staff is working hard at everything we need to do. So it's hard to just pinpoint and say that since this happened, this is going to change. So everybody's been doing a little bit different stuff.
Second row on the left here, please.
Shows also the News Observer. Obviously, there have been tension, frustration in the locker room, reports of fights in the locker room, just from your standpoint, Mark, give you a chance to describe how you see the team culture, where it's at right now, just your evaluation of kind of the team morale and coaching.
Yeah, I think we've had a really good week of practice. I think anybody who's a competitor is frustrated when they lose. So, you know, it starts with me on defense. I got to do a better job, and trickles down through everybody. So we all got to do better. But I appreciate the frustration to a point, just because that means they care. Putting in a lot of work to go out there and compete at a high level, and it hasn't always shown. So we'll try and get out there and do better. But should be frustrated when you lose.
Yeah, I guess just a quick follow on that again, that, you know, you should be frustrated. Sometimes, you know, a scuffle or something like that, guys can get into it at practice versus like a fight, just any sort of information, or can you illuminate exactly maybe the reports of the fights?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the fights or anything like that.
Back row standing.
Todd Gibson, CS 17. Obviously, your dad's had huge success through the years. When he's going through times like this as a son, how does that affect you? How hard is that on you? How do you do that?
I'm my own person. I mean, you know, I've been a son my whole life. I don't really know any different, but I got a job to do. He's got a job to do. We're working together, obviously, but yeah, I mean, I'm my own person.
Third row on the right here.
Trayvon Miles, ABC 11. Steven, you guys are categorically and statistically down in a lot of different places. But is there anything, I'm curious in particular, that you see that you guys are doing good and you want to continue to elevate?
Yeah, I mean, there's the stats are the stats. I mean, you always wish that they were better, but that stuff, you know, can be skewed one way or another. All those things should be better, but you know, I appreciate the players' work, and there's a lot of challenges this week from the Cal offense that we need to be ready for, and I think we'll be ready.
And then just to follow up, is there anything, what gives you the confidence that you guys can get this thing turned around?
Just the work that the players are putting in.
Second row on the left, Adam.
Steve, Adam Smith, Inside Carolina. You guys, when you guys kick off Friday night, I think it will be played one time. You will have played one time over your last 26 days. It's been a ton of time to sort of reflect on what you're doing. Like, what have you looked at personally? I don't know, your play calling maybe, or just the personnel that you've tried to sort of dig into to get some improvement here. Like, what are you looking at in terms of your own evaluation?
Yeah, I mean, excuse me, you're always evaluating, you know, yourself and the group that you're with and what you're doing. So, I mean, that stuff happens constantly. You don't want to go back over it too much and start chasing ghosts and second guessing. You know, you go with your gut instinct and you go with the information that you get. You can go through it a little bit slower because you have more time, but you don't want to keep going through it and I should have done this, I should have done that. You know, we put a plan in place every week and try and go out there and execute it, and some has been good, some has been bad, but then you reflect on it and move forward. But I know those guys are excited to go out there and play this week.
Front row on the right.
Hey, Coach, Grant Sasser, Tar Heels on that side. You know, your dad mentioned on Monday about Cal's wide receiver core. What have you seen from them throughout them? What, in your opinion, what makes them so lethal?
Yeah, I mean, they got big receivers outside, make a lot of good plays on 50-50 balls. They got a good slot receiver who lines up all over the place, goes in motion a lot. So we definitely have our hands full. Tight ends are good, lines good, interior lines definitely experienced. They got a good back. They got a young quarterback, but he's doing a good job out there. So we'll be ready for everything.
And then Mason Minnie, their tight end, you know, he's been great this year. He hasn't had a drop all year. What have you seen from his game? What are some of the plays you guys have to kind of limit him in the offense?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got to be ready to go. You know, he competes in the run game. He's good in the pass game. He's definitely a good player. He's got good size, good attributes. So, yeah, we're looking forward to the challenge.
Front row on the left.
You know, obviously, Wade, you mentioned that being out. Who are some of the, I guess, defensive backs that you've kind of noticed in the last week or so of practice stepping up? Obviously, I know Jaden was the guy that got a lot of reps against Clemson, but who are some of the guys that have been feeling good with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a group effort from everybody. So we'll see how it goes once we get out there, but everybody's got to be ready to go. We we've played a lot of guys this year, so I don't see that changing too much.
Two more here, Brian, and then back to Adam.
Have you guys made any changes to the, assignments or personnel or where you're calling plays or anything like that over the last, since the Clemson game? Are you rolling out anything different against Cal?
Yeah, I mean, everything changes, week to week. You go back and review the film after the game and see how things went and see how it worked against what the opponent did, and then going into the next week, you change or adjust it based on what you've done and what you plan to do going forward. So yeah, we do that every week.
But you're still gonna call the plays, you'll still be on the field, all that stuff's kind of set.
Yes.
Adam finished up.
Steve, was that about the worst first quarter you've experienced in the Clemson game?
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't do over the 26 days, I guess, is go back through all the first quarters that I've been a part of. But yeah, no, it wasn't good, but hopefully it's better this week. That's what we're working towards.
And what would you say, just were the things that stood out that you could, the main things that needed to be corrected from that start against Clemson?
Yeah, just doing our job and tackling. I think if you do those things, then you'll be all right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Steve.